Hello and welcome back to Modeling Manhood, Demolition version today. We're going to be talking about the porch, which was home to all kinds of critters, all the neighborhood starlings, and to the point we had so many starlings that we had a family of American kestrels move into the porch to help mitigate all the problems with the squirrels and with the starlings. And maybe you're an ornithologist and thinking, oh no, I destroyed their natural habitat. But when I took the porch down, we cut it up in pieces and drug it out back. And we waited until we thought was safe to light it on fire. And the pile of wood was quite enormous. I don't know how much of the porch you can see here, but we had quite the pile of lumber. And the house was built in the late 1800s or 1850, sometime thereafter, depending on what records you look at. But the wood was old, dry, crispy, and just waiting for a match to go whoosh. And what started as a little fire erupted into a huge fire, and then the lawn catching on fire, because the time of year we were burning probably wasn't conducive to fire. And that fire took over so quickly, and I'm like, we need to call the fire company. And my wife's like, no, and we're like trying to pat it out, and it's like getting bigger and bigger. And we were able to put it out with the garden hose, thankfully. But man, how fast that situation went from bad to worse. And we're going to pick up in the Bible here and look at a situation which went from bad to worse, and it didn't have to be that way. In Genesis 4, it says, Adam knew Eve his wife and conceived and bore Cain. I've gotten a man with the help of the Lord, and again she bore his brother Abel. And it goes on, each of the brothers made a sacrifice to the Lord. Cain offered the grains from the ground, and Abel offered the first of his flock to the Lord for a sacrifice. And the Lord accepted Abel's sacrifice, but not Cain's sacrifice. And verse 7 I just love, and I've referred to it in many conversations with people. We'll pick up in verse 6. The Lord said to Cain, why are you angry, and why has your face fallen? If you do well, you will not be accepted, and if you do not well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is contrary to you, but you must have rule over it. And the Lord's saying here to Cain, you know what? I understand that you're angry and upset. But you know what? You have a choice to make. If you do well, if you do not do well or choose well, sin is at the door knocking and saying, you know what? Just let me put my foot in so I can have my way with you. Its desire is contrary to you. It says the way of sin is opposite of what we think. In the New Testament, some of the writers say, I do what I know that I should not do. And it's like an internal struggle. And we see this struggle here with his parents, Adam and Eve, choosing the fruit and then basically doing the blame game. Well, Eve gave it to me, and Eve's like, well, the serpent gave it to me, and everybody's pointing fingers when we should really be pointing fingers at ourselves. And Cain spoke to Abel, his brother, when they were in the field. So Cain had a choice here. Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. And we all know that the Lord asks him, where is your brother Abel? And he's like, what are you talking about? Am I my brother's keeper? And you know what? He was warned, and I'm warning you too, that every single day and every moment of our lives, there's an enemy out there that wants to attack us. Kind of like our little fire that got out of control faster than we thought. And it was just that one little spark, that one little piece of sin that we let have a foothold in our lives. It's just going to be like bam, 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 bam. And before we know it, our lives are going this way rather than straight forward. And I just want to encourage you guys with that analogy that Satan is out to do demolition work in the lives of Christians and preventing those brothers and sisters that could be doing the work of God from just doing what's their calling in life. And I just want you guys to take caution to the wind, they say, but be aware of the enemy that's out there who wants to just devour and destroy. Think about Genesis 4:7. We have a choice. Sin is knocking at the door. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to let it take foot in your lives, or you're going to be able to say, you know what? Not today, devil, not today, and not tomorrow. So don't even come back. So that's my encouragement to you guys. Thank you for joining us here at Modeling Manhood, and good luck with your struggle. I'm going to be praying for you guys. Let's do that before I go. Dear Lord, I just thank you for this chance to share your word with all these viewers out there. And I just ask you to be with them in their struggles, Lord. Sin is knocking all the time, and we just need to be knocking on heaven's door and asking you for help, because we can't do it on our own. We need your help. So just be with all those that are joining in today or tomorrow, or whenever they are, and just bless them in a mighty way. In your precious name, Jesus. Amen. Thank you guys, and remember to mirror your Maker and journey with Jesus.